Namah Shivaya, my friends. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a reincarnated starseed, earth angel, who's come to deliver word and messages from Divine Holy Spirit. I like to channel for the collective consciousness. It's my way of giving back. Because while I may be one who can access this spiritual realm, I understand that more people are waking up, and it's my job to provide translations of the current energy wave patterns that we are experiencing. So thanks again for coming back. Or if you're new, I hope to see you more often around these parts. It's wild, wild west. So yeah, I like to read a psalm. I also like to go through the Mayan oracle of the day. I love Mayan time because it allows us to put into perspective our physical, how do I put this? It allows us to understand our place on the earth as it is a planet within the cosmos, and that's us as well, you know, as above and so below. So it's a step outside of Gregorian time and more into our original way of being here on the planet before our time was hijacked. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read the psalm, and I'm going to pray over the world and the collective consciousness at this time. Holy Spirit, be with us now and always. Fill the chalice within our heart with your divine fire. Burn away which does not belong. Thank you. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Today I chose Psalm 75. Cat fighting. To the chief musician, Alta Sheath, a psalm or song of Asaph. Unto thee, O God, do we give thanks. Unto thee do we give thanks, for that thy name is near, thy wondrous works declare. When I shall receive the congregation, I will judge uprightly. The earth and all the inhabitants thereof are dissolved. I bear up the pillars of it, Selah. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But God is the judge, he putteth down one and setteth up another. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. Nothing gets me a warm and fuzzier feeling than word first thing in the morning. I like this one because it spoke about the pillars. What did it say? I bear up the pillars of it. The earth and all the inhabitants thereof are dissolved. I bear up the pillars of it. Selah. I liked that because today in Mind Time, it's tone number 4, the self-existing tone, and the glyph is the yellow star. So this is the yellow self-existing star. The star is about shining your pure essence out there, living it as art, and being within your elegance, the elegance of the universe, of the sun, you know? It's like you literally take a few steps forward and your hair is blowing behind your back, and there's all of these sparkles that are just like coming right off of you in that way, you know? You're an elegant star being. And tone number 4 is about the 4 pillars of your world. The 4 pillars of a foundation. So this is the foundation day of this 13-day wave spell container in Mayan time. The wave spell of the red serpent, as we are within a serpent year. The chakra today that we're focusing on is the heart chakra. I've been calling these the psychromatics, but they're actually called radial plasmas. And the purpose of the radial plasma is to collectively focus on one area of the body every 7 days as a means to transport your energy into the earth. So today we are focusing on the heart chakra, and this is a Buddha mindset where we access the realms of love through the heart and beam it directly into the center of the planet. Through your good works and your good deeds, through living your art and living your elegance, and setting it up in your life as something that, you know, is important to you, right? We do search for beautification in the world. We're being guided by the yellow seed, which is flowering. It's, you know, growing over time, and it's targeted awareness too. So it's using your intention and your discernment to figure out what actually matters to you, and then doing the damn thing. The helper glyph today is the blue monkey. And the blue monkey is all about playfulness, and it is a glyph that symbolizes illusion, but you can use this to your advantage, right? You can assist other people in changing their mindset and changing their heart set just through joyful expression, creative joyful expression. Challenge glyph today is the white mirror, and this is very Jungian psychology. It's endlessness. It's how in Lakesh I am another you, how I reflect parts of you back to you for your own integration, and vice versa. It's the Buddha in me recognizes the Buddha in you. And, you know, that could be taken as you having an interaction with somebody and they rubbing you the wrong way. It's like, what lesson can I take from that and, you know, act differently or act in a way that's more beneficial, you know, adding beneficial energy into the container instead of continuously reflecting the same negativity back and forth endlessly. This is your option to choose another way, another beautiful way, okay? Once you're able to do that, you unlock the secret helper of the occult glyph, which is the Red Skywalker. And the Red Skywalker is about maintaining your wakeful state as you are awake. It's dreaming while you are awake, but applying your daydreams to your real life. And this will assist you in a quantum way to assist in transforming the entire planet as we know it. It's like the smallest acts of kindness that have that gigantic ripple effect. It's like multiplied over and over and again. Yeah, and that's what the mirror is, you know, it's both a symbol of a warning and a promise that what you do will be amplified out there. So make sure you're living in the heart space. Silvio. It's a gap day. This is the third gap day in a row out of 10 in this wave spell. This is a really major wave spell, you guys. This is like one of the biggest ones of the entire year, if not the biggest one, because it's dealing with your own life force and your instincts, your nature of survival. So it's literally setting up the foundations for generations to come. And yeah, no pressure, right? But yeah, playtime's over. Blue Monkey is the helper. And while it does signify play, you're actually on stage now, okay? You are the star. So, I hope that helped you. I made a chai tea. It's become my favorite in the morning and in the afternoon. I like to use coconut milk instead of regular milk. One of those little wire frother whisks, too. And I like to use maple syrup. Get that good scissor in there. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday morning. I recorded my Wednesday video kind of late last night just because I've been doing mom things and, you know, baby's been keeping me up all night. So, take care of your body today, people. Element of earth. Anytime I get the element of earth coming through, I always associate it with your physical body and how your physical body is Mother Gaia, just as the planet is. As above and so below. We have Scorpio coming out next. Interesting. Element of earth and Scorpio. Ooh, and Kether. Hello, Kether. Great shining light. The topmost sphere on the tree of life. Most pure light. Wow. It's like undescribably pure and huge. Coming in. The Ankh. Okay, spiritual protection. A key. This is the key, people. What are we unlocking? Oh, I feel like this is an unboxing video. We're unlocking Javura. Strength. Also associated with necessary destruction. Because you have to have that strength to walk away and like start something new, right? You have to know what belongs in which place. We have the 9-pointed star, the nonogram. Interesting. So this is dealing with finishing up a process. finishing up a process, finishing up, it's like finishing your level up. Aquarius. Wow. Celestial energy. Okay. There's too many cards here, but I like the ones that came out. Virgo, Venus, and Sehiki. Sehiki's been coming out like every day. That's too many cards, my love. Tree of Life at the bottom. Interesting. So I feel like that this is a message from Melchizedek specifically. Melchizedek is the male serpent on the caduceus and the male serpent in the Tree of Life. And it deals with a teacher. Male serpent line are the teachers. Female serpent line are the healers. So this feels very male as an energy that's coming in. And he is telling us that, you know, the serpent, similar to Scorpio, you know, they're both venomous creatures, or they can be. Element of Earth with Scorpio. Scorpio is about the depths of your emotions, as deep and dark as they can go. Not being afraid to go there either. You know, this is you doing the shadow work and figuring out. This is you excavating and plumbing the depths of your psyche and of your feeling body. And Kether, like you went from the height of Kether. You filled your lantern in your chest with this great shining light, Daikomyo, and you entered the realms of the below with it to illuminate and excavate. It's like you are the ultimate dungeoneer here. I don't know if you guys play Dungeons and Dragons, but it's all what it's about is mind mapping yourself. Don't get it twisted, right? So if you are out there as a mind mapper and a heart mapper, and you are rebuilding yourself from the inside out, this is a message for you. Okay? So you discovered that key within yourself. You discovered the key that, well, you brought the key, which was the light, and you destroyed what needed to be put to rest within the depths. It's like going for the boss fight, the big demon boss fight within yourself, and bringing Javura, the power of Javura with you. You know, this is kind of Martian, right? Red planet. Spirit warrior fam, what's up, you guys? I fucking love you. And the nonogram, the 9-pointed star, you know, putting all that shit to rest. Doing it with, like, I just heard flawless victory. And then we have Aquarius, you know. Aquarius is an air sign, but it's the sign of the water bearer. Water carries information. Water carries memory. There's one body of water. As you can see, like, we live on a blue planet. It comes off as blue because we are all water, and that's what it's reflected as. So this is the celestial beings pouring their water, their information onto the planet at this time. Like, that's how we get these downloads, is through drinking water. So maybe you say a spell over your water, which is as simple as just praying, you know, or saying an affirmation like, I'm so loved by the divine holy creator. I am divine holy creator. I am here to make a positive change. I am God's child. It could be anything, but, you know, make it come from the heart. Make it feel correct for you. Don't say anything that you might regret later, because the universe speaks in literal terms. There is no room for coy games when it comes to speaking yourself into existence from the inside out. Scorpio doesn't like coy games. Okay, then we have Virgo, which is the Virgin. It's the Vestal Virgin. I will need to look up where Vesta is in the astrological chart at this time, but I think that she is quite significant in the celestial geometry. And then we have Venus coming out, which is really wonderful. Venus is the planet of love. It's feminine energy, and it's also your principles and your values. So this is the things that you value within yourself, that you want to show up on your body, right? The body keeps the score. And what I mean by that is if you're under a lot of stress, it's going to be visible on your body, right? If you're tired, you might have bags under your eyes. If you've been working a lot at a computer, you might have a bad posture and be slouching. So this is saying that, you know, whatever cycles you went through before, you can clearly see what they are, and you now have the ability to alter that. And, you know, I'm going back again to the glyph of the day, which is the yellow star. You can provide more beautification to yourself, okay? Venus rules Taurus, which is earth, and Libra, which is air. And Taurus is about the physical embodiment of values, and it's about your tangible earthly items, your currency, right? It doesn't just have to be money, right? Because there's a lot of things that hold value that are not coin, and that is something that we must remember moving into this new paradigm, is that we will not be relying so much on coin, but we will be relying much more on values and how it shows up on your physical body. So take it from a Libra about physical beautification and how it's an inside job, right? It's the color of your heart chakra. It's that green, that beautiful green that is reflected all around you, right? If you are a plant keeper, that'll show up all around you, and you know, you could feel some real value coming from Mother Earth in those times. So just give a tree a hug today is what I'm hearing. Yeah, hug some trees. Let's get some astrology out. Sending a lot of love out there for you people. A lot of love, you guys. It's funny. I got a download last night during my spirit bath, and it was like, wow, here we go. Jupiter, abundance, kicking it off. Jupiter on top of the element of earth. So that's like 2 years ago coming in to my, you know, to my data collector here when Jupiter was in Taurus. So 2 years ago, whatever you were abundant with, and listen, Jupiter doesn't discriminate. You could have been an abundant of bullshit. Like, you could have found yourself dealing with an abundance of bullshit 2 years ago that you had to alchemize yourself out of. It's like you had to MacGyver yourself out of a situation. Wow, this was in last night's reading too. And I put these cards away, like in a specific way so that they're not next to each other at all. So Jupiter abundance, element of fire on top of Scorpio. But yeah, the song that came to my mind was Black Eyed Peas song. Meet me halfway. Right at the borderline is where I'm gonna wait for you. I'll be looking out night and day. What is it? Took my heart to the limit, and this is where I'll stay. Okay, this one. Interesting. Black Moon Lilith. Yeah, so check it out. Fire element, desire. Black Moon Lilith, mystery. Okay? That's exactly where we went 2 years ago. Was to the depths of your feeling body. And you confronted this demon within you. This is like Venus and Nana's journey through the 7 dimensions of hell to come up to her sister Ereshkigal, who I associate with the beast of Babylon. Or no, I associate it with the H-Ur of Babylon, who rides upon the beast, right? And this is very interesting in that context because we have like this Black Moon Lilith on Kether, right? Which could also, like in an inverted type of way, like creating this imbalance on the earth through lustful principles, I'm sensing, through the fires of desire instead of like the fires of alchemical transformation. And I'm kind of getting that, you know, because Venus completed her journey. She already been there, done that, and she came out. Just to see where else we're going with this message. Taurus, I have on top of the Ankh. Oh, come on, cards. Culprit. Taurus, I have the key. Yeah, like I said, you did there. You've been there, done that. You kept the faith while things were crumbling around you. While you were dismantling false constructs around you 2 years ago after you like made this realization that you needed to make a real change from within and change your entire situation, change your time, change your mind, change your life, change your heart, change your world. Something in my eye. Sorry. This one. Neptune. Also out in yesterday's reading. And Faith was on the bottom there. Sacrifice, the nonogram. Yeah, sacrifice that old structure, that old way of thinking and feeling and philosophizing and, you know, and having faith that it was going to be worth it. It was putting your faith in the one true God, that he had your back. Aquarius and 10th house, the world. Maybe you're a Pisces rising. Aquarius, 10th house. You know, the 10th house is kind of like work situations, It's, you know, really building yourself from the ground up energy. And if a lot of the energy of today is dealing with your foundations and creating your new foundations on New Earth and having more and more insight about what that looks like, this is asking you to time travel 2 years ago to see what it used to be and to see how far you've come, okay? Because yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. It does take some time, but whatever seeds you planted back then that have been guiding you to the beautification of today, you need to take that into accountance. Okay, we have Virgo, and then we have 7th house. Partners. Yeah, oh sorry, there's definitely something in that at all. Which could be a sign, you know. Maybe there's something that's like obscuring your vision or preventing you from seeing things clearly with your partners. But Virgo energy, Virgo can be very like down to the nitty gritty, the smallest details that matter, you know. It is truly the little things, and it's being of service. It's the workplace as well, but it's more so about the service industry. I just think it's interesting that it's coming up with the 10th house too. So maybe you are somebody who's in the service industry. Maybe you are of service to the collective, right? In Lakesh, friends. But you're redefining what that looks like for you, right? You're redefining how you want to show up and put yourself out there and put your energy forth for the consumption of other people, right? Because that's truly what it's all about, right? We are still in our earthly forms. These forms require consumption of things. So what I'm hearing is you need to be very mindful about the partners that you have, right? It doesn't just have to be romantic. It's about your friends and your frenemies, right? Libra themed 7th house, that's the house of open enemies. Okay, it's dualistic, it's justice, it's the scales. It's also ruled by Venus though, right? So it is that love factor that you bring into these relationships. It's just one-on-one interactions with other people. It's having a duel, right? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel. Sagittarius, I see Venus. Maybe you have a Sag Venus. It's very free, like it's very free-spirited, which I love and enjoy greatly. It's saying that, you know, this is like no kings type energy. It's like that scene in Lord of the Rings where oh, I forget her name, but she was the daughter of the king of the one king, right? The one who was possessed by that nasty guy who looks like Elon Musk. Who I think is an unsavory character, but that's just my peanut gallery opinion. And she really wanted to go fight on the battlefield, and she like beheaded one of those Ghost Riders. Man, I'm not doing my Lord of the Rings lore very much justice right now, but it's whenever she beheaded the Nazgul, yeah. And she was like, I am no man. And she just like whipped her helmet off and was like, I am woman, hear me roar, and F you, because I'm gonna take your head for the good of all and victory for kingdom, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here with Sagittarius Venus. It's like, I see Venus. I see that beautiful feminine warrior archetype coming up right here, with Venus really standing up for the world and standing up for her partners, standing up for her faith. You know, we have Sagittarius in 9th house out here at the same time, and that's big Jupiter energy. Jupiter's out here too. Like, Jupiter rules these placements. Venus rules Taurus in 7th house. Yeah, this is finding the thread and sticking with it, is what I'm hearing. Finding the thread and tracing it back to its origin point. Traveling back in time to when the afflictment occurred, and altering that point in your life's history, maybe in the history of the world where it was altered, and shining that bright white light of Kether onto the situation so that proper exposure can happen and all things can rightfully click into place. This is justice being delivered by your hand, by Jupiter's hand. Thank you, Jupiter. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Elohim. Thank you, El Elyon. Thank you, God Most High, for spreading your wings and providing the gust of the air, the wind that shapes the land. Wow. Powerful stuff. Too many cards. This one wants though. Purity. Purity. On top of Jupiter, element of Earth. So after that very good spiritual work that you've done, collective, there's a promise of purity. Jupiter promises purity through faith, through love, purity, balancing. That's what we needed. That is what we needed. We needed to balance out that desire with your feelings, right? It's healthy to have desires. It's healthy to have goals. It's unhealthy to let them run amok. It's unhealthy to express them to those. Okay, we have open heart on top of Black Moon, Lilith, and Kether. Yeah, that's open heart surgery in the etheric realms. Maybe Lilith got this open heart surgery and she had the change of mind. Okay, she had the change of heart, the Predator card, coming out on top of Ankh and Taurus. Anytime I get the Predator card, it's usually associated with like a bad actor in your life, or, I mean, this seems pretty macro. So we're kind of talking about world stage things, but take it as it resonates, right? Ankh, Taurus, I have Predator. It was like this Predator that wanted to keep you under lock and key, but you went and found the key and you had it all along. And that's the thing about devil energy, is that all the devil can do is tempt you. You're the one with the actual power. You're the one with the actual key. And so while devil energy might come into your life and play in your face and try to get you to act out of character, whatever way that might show up, you know, temptation, greed, anger, this case, it was like attempting to disrupt your crown chakra, which looks like your faith, coming out on top of faith, right? But Javura is here. And Javura severed those ties that the predators had to your crown chakra energy. The sphere of your imagination, where you can, again, take this crown through the purple ray. Like, that's the assistance of Saint Germaine with the purple flame. That's beautiful. Thank you, Saint Germaine. Thank you. Ooh, I'm getting tingles. That's so nice. I feel like Saint Germaine just came and put a flower crown on my head. Elderflowers for sure. Drink some elderflower tea today for Saint Germaine. I had elderflower tea last night. It was one of like the 5 flowers that I had in my tea. I also did purple lotus. No, it was blue lotus flower. What do we have here? Earth again. Ooh, interesting. Dandelion. Passion flower. Elderflower. And there's something else. Hyssop. St. John's wort. St. John's wort's really good. Anyway. Earth on top of Neptune, sacrifice and 9-pointed star nonogram, closing out a cycle on the earth, closing out a cycle in your body, on the planet, throughout the entire universe. You know, there are galactic wars that have echoed here onto the planet for thousands of years. You know, we've been replaying these galactic wars. It's like very serious type energy. It's like Orion the hunter who chases the 7 sisters. Resistance. This was out yesterday as well. Resistance, 10th house in Aquarius. The resistance in the world. Resistance on the earth. Yeah, there are still people out there who are resisting the open-hearted nature and resisting the balance. Resisting the world. It's like, it's still this dualistic nature that people are battling with on the inside. Instead of adapting more of a non-dualistic viewpoint, it's like people still want to have these reactions to external things occurring around them. So just keep praying, okay? Spirit warriors, prayer warriors, keep those prayers going. Shielding, yeah. May we be shielded from any negativity, any evil eye. May we be shielded from it. And may we take that energy, give it some love, and send it back to the universe, back to Kether, back to the great shining light. 4, purity and balance through fire, through fires of the Holy Spirit. Cleanse it now. Thank you. Virgo, 7th house partners and shielding. Yeah, see, this is you understanding that you do have to have discernment on which people you give your proper energy to, right? Virgo is very, the word I use is scrupulous. Virgo minds their scruples, I'm telling you. So the biggest thing is that we're not separate from each other, and we're not separate from the negativity. Like, if you think that you are separate from it, then you're lying to yourself, because we're all one. We're all one. We're all breathing the same body of air. We're all drinking the same body of water. And we're all standing on the same planet. I don't know if it's round or flat at this point, but it doesn't matter, is the whole point. Like, it just doesn't matter anymore. Okay? Winter. This could be timing. Okay? I'm hearing that it is timing. So, this winter, Venus, Sagittarius, and winter. I'm going to look up when Venus goes into Sagittarius next. It could be in the winter. In which case, this is very important for the evolution of the collective and the evolution of us returning to one. The one. I keep looking at earth, sacrifice, and nonogram. Is there going to be an attack on the earth? Like, that's what I want to know. Are these dark forces providing such a resistance that they would rather sacrifice the earth than give in to the light? Like, is that what we're saying here? And it's going to happen in the winter? I'm going to get my shamanic deck out here. Spirit, please provide us with more clarity here. Oh, that one once. That one once. Coral. Nurture. Nurture your purity that you've abundantly been gifted. Nurture purity. Maybe you're a gardener. Maybe you're a parent. Whatever it is that you're nurturing, continue to water that and allow it to grow in accordance with its own divine will. For you can be that catalyst. You can be that wisdom keeper. The wisdom that assists us in rebalancing the chaos. Rebalancing these chakra systems that were hijacked, right? So today is the heart chakra. Yesterday was the solar plexus chakra. And this is talking about keeping an open heart and an attitude of gratitude. Being thankful for the lessons, being thankful for, being teachable and being in those situations where you had to learn a lot about yourself in order to survive. You had to re-nurture yourself through, fires of the Holy Spirit. Maybe you didn't really have anybody who could reach you in the way that only the divine could. And this is saying just be grateful and show love. Show love. Show gratitude. Keep an open heart. Trust that everything does happen for a reason, even though it seems to be a mystery. It's already been written. Birth. The egg. Yeah. coming out on top of the Predator, Taurus, I have in the Ankh. And that's the thing, is like these predatorial energies want your new creation. They want what you've birthed already. They want what has not yet come to pass. Because they have used these skills. They have used the occult in order to create the NWO, right? Well, New World Order, you cannot alter our timeline any further. You know, we are returning to the now. We are returning to the origin point where time was hijacked from us. And we're saying, no, you do not have our consent. You do not have that which does not belong to you. Thank you, Elohim, for upholding the realms of the above and the below, the realms of the seen and unforeseen. We give our thanks. Elohim responds with, good luck. Good luck. Those who try us will not prevail, for we have good luck on our side. Good luck at the crown. Good luck at the crown, the faith, the crown of elderflowers. Because we're evolving. Earth is evolving. Yes. I'm hearing that there needs to be some sort of a sacrifice, but, you know, the NWO is trying to sacrifice the angels. But what happens when we sacrifice the negative energy instead? And it doesn't have to be physical, people. This is all metaphor, okay? Take it if it resonates. It's metaphor. It's not literal. But what happens if we sacrifice this negative energy that lives within inside each of us? This energy that does not promote evolution into, like, the new human, the original, beautiful, hybrid human being, where we are awakening our 12-strand DNA and we are evolving into more of a galactic consciousness, where we have awareness of the collective consciousness more in a way that translates like much cleaner than feeling like we're separate from everything. Well, we're not separate from anything. We have all of the same minerals in our body as can be found within the earth. We have gold in our body, right? We have lots of microplastics too, which I hope that you guys are like getting away from all of that junk. Because the reason why they called it junk DNA was because it was filled with flippin' junk. They filled it up with junk so that we couldn't access it. So do your cleanses, okay? The wolf. Let it be a teachable moment for you. Perfectly okay. Teacher, resistance, the world, Aquarius. Celestial to physical. Meeting the resistance and understanding that the resistance is the teacher. It's like the lesson is the key. The lesson is the way through. Through to you, through to the heart of the matter. And in order for you to understand what the key is, you have to examine it. And you have to accept it for what it is, you know? This situation happened to me. It should not have. It was wrong. And I did suffer. Part of me was sacrificed, but I went through the 7 layers of hell to get that part of me back. And I did it with love. And you can too. Earth angels. You can be free. You can be free. Free, shielding, partners, Virgo. And infinite stars. Oh, I'm getting chills. And that's it, man. This winter is going to be amazing. And it's all getting set up right now, okay? This is the day of the yellow star. This is your foundation day, where you build your foundations. On the bottom we have home, okay? Your nest. I've been channeling semi-recently. I haven't had this message come up in a couple weeks or so, but this is a message of you moving locations, okay? You've learned a lot of lessons, and you've evolved yourself, and excuse me. I would start planning now for a relocation in the winter time. So whatever you have to do now to wrap things up, wrap up these cycles that have been happening to you for the past 2 years, I would start planning now for when you do move and relocate, because I've moved like 6-7 times in the past 5 years. I'm not alone. Like, there's a lot of us starseeds who have been just, you know, hop, skipping, and jumping. And it's by design. Whatever God Most High has in store for us, you just have to continue having faith in yourself, having faith that you are being moved by forces that are just greater than your 3-dimensional physical body, and accept your role in assisting the planet in transitioning into a higher form of evolution. And you're chosen one. You've been selected to be part of this process. I can't think of anything more beautiful than that. I just can't. I can't think of anything more beautiful than that. It's incredible. J Ma. Let's get some Rider-Waite out here. I want some Tarot. I'm not going to do Marielle, even though I love the Marielle Tarot. I just don't want to cover any cards up. I think it's blasphemous to cover it. The 7 of Cups. Temptation. The stakes are high. Be careful what you choose. Be careful what you nurture. Be careful. You know, this won't be a journey for the faint of heart. This won't be a journey that is not without its temptations. A lot of double negatives there. Hopefully you understood what I meant. Cool. Okay, 2 cards coming out. We have the Fool. The Fool going out on that journey into the light of day, you know? Excited. Ready to get started. But there's danger afoot. You know, he's standing on a cliff's edge. Some readers talk about that this person is ready to step off of the cliff's edge. But I think it's this person standing as a free sovereign being, looking out over a grand vista and feeling the sunlight illuminate everything within and without. This person is wise and discerning. They're not going to step off of any cliff edge. They're not going to add any extra chaos into their lives. They see it all. They're standing above it. They have an eagle's eye perspective over all of it. You know, that is the Fool that reached the top of the mountain and became the King of Swords. You know, they have spoken truth over their life. They've taken responsibility for their position. And are here to speak magical words of, truth and justice and balance and beauty into the lives of others and everybody around them, ruling their kingdom. The throne he sits on has butterflies on it. Three cards in my hand want Page of Wands. Beginning new passion project, yeah. Beginning something that you really desire. On top of birth. Predator. And remember when I said, desire isn't inherently unhealthy. It's just something that you need to pay attention to. Like, what is the intention that I have for this energy? Why do I want this? Is it for a good reason? Is it so that I can, better myself and better other people? I think that's virtuous. So I think that's what this is asking is, are your desires virtuous? Whatever is happening, you're going to be starting something new. But check yourself. That's the Fool. Check yourself. Because we do have the Tower. We do have the Tower, which comes out on top of Jivura, which is the Tower energy. It's strong. Having faith in the Tower. Having faith that the messages from the crown that you're receiving are correct. Because you've severed those ties from the past, right? Tower moments don't have to be bad. People see this card and they're like, oh no, I'm going to go through a crisis. You don't have to take it that way. Right? It's happening for you. It's good luck. It's happening for you. And then we have the Page of Cups. Okay. Maybe this is a new love. Let me look quickly up in here. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. A fair-pleasing, somewhat effeminate page. Fair young man, one impelled to render service, and with whom the querent will be connected. A studious youth, news, message, application, reflection, meditation. Also these things directed to business. Okay, so, maybe you're going to be coming into contact with more people who are aligned to your spiritual path. Yes. Yes. You're going to be connected with more people who have the same passion projects as you. Maybe those are the people who you're going to be moving physically, like location-wise, towards. Maybe you're going to start homesteading with a group of earth angels. Eight of Cups. I like this. It's the reunification of the sun and the moon. Okay, wholeness has been gained. Walking away from these Eight of Cups on the beach, starting afresh. And you know how in the moon card, the moon shows up on the beach, right? Oh, also today is a full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn, 10th house. Okay. In the light of the moon, does your vision make manifest? Gotta do something about that cat. Does your vision make manifest? And then it's time to start anew. Start something fresh. Start yourself on a new journey. Or maybe you're journeying back home to where you've always belonged. Yeah, I'm getting like a journey back home. It's to the correct timeline, right? Journey back to like your soul family. The family that you were destined to meet this lifetime. That you've met in many other lifetimes. And look, 6 of Wands. You guys are going to be celebrating it all together too. You're going to be celebrating each other, coming home to each other. This is coming out on top of Virgo, 7th house partners, shielding, free, and celebration, enjoyment, victory, and the Knight of Pentacles. Taking your time. You know, holding one big gold pentacle, your values, taking your time on slowly moving towards your values, right? This is not going to happen tomorrow, but it is coming out on top of winter. It's saying be patient, okay? Continue cultivating whatever it is that you are working towards and building on. Infinite. I mean, we have Venus, Sagittarius, IC, which, you know, we have a lot of Jupiterian energy out here, and Jupiter's in Cancer. Cancer is very nurturing, right? Sun is in Cancer. It's being illuminated by the moon at this time. We have Page of Pentacles at the bottom. I love this card. It reminds me of that Sonic meme. Great. It's great. Yeah, it's rediscovering some sort of new value from within, right? It's a Knight of Pentacles on this slow, dark horse. And knights are out there riding for something. They are the ride or die of the tarot. They're out there in it to win it. He's in it to win it, in it to win these values. Fighting for your values. And this is the same type of like energy that I got from like the, gosh, I'm a bad fan, and I'm a bad like person whenever it comes to like recounting things from movies, even though Lord of the Rings has been like one of my favorite things for forever, but it's still that female warrior who, like the warrior queen, the warrior princess, right? Ooh, is that Eris Xena coming in right now? Eris Xena, female warrior, this infinite number 33, fighting nature, 33, 22, 13, 30, 11, 11. Wow, that's crazy. 44, 43, 44, 45. Into Westing. Yeah, these have numbers too. 33 again, 9th house. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get one more card. I'm gonna get a Moonology, just for an affirmation. I'm gonna have to go and do mom stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys have a really awesome day today and carry this message forth with like a new perspective on life, you know, because prosperity lies ahead. You know, hold your faith, hold your vision. This is new moon in Taurus. Okay, maybe you have a Taurus moon. And on the bottom we have a time for healing, the balsamic moon. Okay, healing your emotional body. It's like maybe you thought that you were healed, but this is adding another extra layer of beautification to the matter. It's like you did the excavation, you did the groundwork, you did this thing that the Scorpio moon does, and now it's time for the thing that the Taurus moon does, which is be receptive and allow the blessings to come to you, you know. It's understanding that magnetism between Scorpio and Taurus, where what you focus on you will attract. So as you focus on your blessings, your big beautiful blessings coming in through Jupiter, there's a lot of Jupiterian energy out here, allow it to come to you. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing like don't try too hard and just wait and see, avoid temptation, and go easy and gentle, go slow, practice patience, and just know that, you know, in the winter time something really wonderful is going to come up for you. So Om Namah Shivaya. Have a lovely day. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends who resonate, and go to my buy me a coffee, support my spiritual work, and have an amazing day. I love you.